changes to parries, auto cancels, whiff lag, and more in this patch preview. Parrying a projectile never felt too rewarding. You got stuck for successfully denying it, and your opponent was free to keep moving. So in this patch, you're able to cancel the parry animation immediately after parrying a projectile. On the downside, parrying a projectile will only give invincibility the first time it's parried. Every aerial attack now auto-cancels upon landing with it. This helps at keeping a fast pace. The only exceptions are Zetterburn's forward air, Orcane's up air, Forsburn's down and back air, Maple's forward air, Absa's up air, and Adela's second forward air hit. Whiff lag has been removed from all moves except dash attacks. To see what exactly happened, be sure to read the full patch notes. There are now 2 new CPU behaviors in practice mode, which are parry and evade. This will help at testing if you can be punished for missing a certain attack, for example. Except for Maple, all characters received a buff on their run speed. The game's pretty fast, and running should be too. The custom colors mode is finally here. Want to create your own mix of colors of your favorite character? Feel free to design your own masterpiece. Or just something like this. Whatever you want to. Now for the character-specific changes. The startup of Zetterburn's jab has been reduced from 5 frames to only 3. This means you can start your jab combo earlier and punish whiffed moves better with it. Zetter's down strong attack got a slight nerf on the first hitbox. It is a bit smaller now, so you have to space it a little better. Hitting Crack's rock with an up special now sends the shards into the direction Zetter was flying to. Basically, you can now kinda shoot rocks while using your up special. The hitbox of down special has been reduced on the bottom. It is no longer possible to hit opponents below platforms. Some of Orcane's hitboxes have been adjusted to better fit his animations and character in general. If you want to see what exactly happened, be sure to check out the full change list. Being interrupted during down special usually caused the puddle to stop spewing bubbles. This has been changed and the puddle will be active for the full duration. Furthermore, using up special now removes his double jump, so double orca hopping is no more. Just like Zetterburn, Raster does now also have a frame-free jab instead of frame 5. There are even more frame data changes on him. Be sure to check them out in the full list. Raster's jumps have diminishing returns now. Each successive double jump gains a little bit less height. His forward special received increased cooldown. To be exact, now you have to wait for 480 frames instead of 360 frames to use it again. Also, its recovery got nerfed a bit and it causes a flinch state on hit. Crag no longer gets hindered by Orcane's bubbles while using forward special. He will now go at full speed through them. The rock's health has been reduced to 1, so you can easily destroy it and throw out your shards faster. But it is now immune to projectiles that deal less than 8 damage, except for Crag's pillar and down special. Neutral special can now be used to pick up rocks in the air. Now you can be even more creative with that block. Also, that move got an active hitbox. His pillar now drags air dodging opponents upwards and causes them to wave dash on the top. Also, invincible enemies will no longer get into pratfall when standing on a pillar that breaks. Instead, they will lose their invincibility. Forsburn can no longer destroy his own smoke clouds by attacking it, so feel free to throw out moves wherever you want. Furthermore, attacking Forsburn will no longer remove his smoke charges. He will keep them until he loses his stock or uses them. Smoke charges can now be used to empower neutral special and forward special. A charged neutral special will release a large amount of cloud simultaneously. The fully charged forward special will create a clone that attacks on its own. You can also trigger it to attack on command by pressing neutral or forward special. Also, the clone taunts now when Forsburn does. Maple's base rep frames have been increased from 24 frames to 34, but the scaling has been reduced. Overall, this increases rep time without making rep into up strong guaranteed until around 100%. Holding left or right while using the tetherless recovery, will give Maple a small horizontal boost to compensate for the recent wall jump changes and help her out a bit. Also, the input for her up special has been reverted to its classic design. Tap to attack and hold for tethering. Aerial down special will now go through platforms if you hold down on your control stick to increase your mobility a bit. It also does no longer put Maple into a special fall state. Lily wraps her opponents again, but she will only wrap them if they are marked and in hit stun. Otherwise, Lily will just attack, which can be parried. Also, one more thing. Maple's down air has been redesigned to a multi-hit drill move. This might change her combo game entirely, so let's hit the lab again. Using Absa's up special will no longer remove her down special attack, so you can dash around with the big sparks again. Furthermore, Absa received a lot of small changes regarding her frame data and damage. Be sure to check it out. Adela's back air received a knockback change. Hitting the opponent while in front of Adela's will also knock him in this direction. His ice armor can now be broken by almost all projectiles. The only ones who cannot do this are Rester's forward special and Maple's neutral special. And finally, opponents can now prevent themselves from being frozen by parrying the attack while standing on the ice. You just have to get the right timing and you're good to go. That's it for this patch preview. Thanks for watching and stay beefy.